You are still in chapter 13. You want to, we are to run chapter 12, chapter 13, chapter 14, and chapter 15 this morning, because the analysis note I prepared for you guys runs through chapter 12, chapter 14, chapter 15, and chapter 13 also. Okay, so it is being tried to be comprehensive, so the note won't be cumbersome like that. Okay, and we are just two in this class. I guess I will just have to kickstart. Majority of us find it difficult to answer this question. Can we all hear me? Olamide, Olamide, can you hear me? Abibat,
Sir?
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good. Olamide, let me know if you can hear me. I guess Olamide's network is bad. Olamide's network is bad. Okay, let me move on. So let me start with number 6 question, which I thought gave you guys problem, gave you guys issue answering. Okay, number 6 question goes thus: the use of explain dirge in the song of the women. Okay, let me project it for you. Let me project it so you can understand what I'm talking about. Okay, okay, can we all see this? Can we all see this? Can we all see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the dirge in the song, the women of my land, in the poem. Okay, so you can see this. Now, before you answer the question, what is expected of you is to tell the examiner what a dirge is. Now, what is a dirge? Abibat, can you read for me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, read what is a dirge.
Where is it?
A dirge is
Oh,
on the screen.
okay. A drag
A dirge,
is primarily a song of mourning, especially about death or a funeral.
especially about death or a funeral.
A funeral.
Okay, so you see that this poem also is something like that, and we are looking for the dirge in that poem. So a dirge poem in many ways shares the features of a dirge song. Some people call a dirge a song because majority have been to all these kings burial, great people's burial, where they get to energize them, announce about their deeds. Okay, so it's like just trying to announce, mention about people's good deeds. Now, beside mourning, there are also some features that are characterized into poems like this, which are pain, sadness, lamentation, and grieveness. Okay, some illustrations in support of this are hereby glaring glaring in this poem. It is obvious because majority of the things you see in this poem is like they are trying to announce and make us know about the deeds of certain people, of certain great people, women who are seen as great people. Okay, with reference to the poem, now, what are we to do? The women who constitute the subject of the poem, they are dead. So this poem is just to energize them. It's just to reference them. Olamide, can you see what is on the screen now? Is your network Abiba ready to us? Olamide, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, it should be your network. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? because everybody should see this. Students, welcome to the class. Students, can you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so we're talking about the number six question, which majority tried to answer, but it was not good enough. Let me just say that. So when answering this question, after defining a dash song, you now marry it together with a dash poem. Now we are through stating what a dash should mean and how a dash should be like. Now, who are these women? These women constitute the subject of the poem. They are all dead. And what we are told about these women, they died living a dying song. They died living a dying song. And the poet also represent them as unsung heroes. You know, women in Africa, literally, they are not seen like people that like they are heroes. They are not given the accolades they deserve.
Mr. Femi, did I answer this question?
Yeah?
Did I answer this question? Okay, yes. Is it a song of the women of my land?
Yes, 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 yes. Number six question.
I answered it.
You answered it.
I answered it.
But majority
Mm.
majority of you didn't pick out reference. You were just like merry-go-rounding. Okay, you didn't pick out reference from the text, and that's why I've taken pain to go through this, and at least for future sake, for future references, we'll still try and do this poem as a revision, because it's something that at least give accolades to women, and you should be able to talk more and better on it. Yes, the poem is characterized by the sadness, as we see the poet trying to catalogue the tales and the woes of the women, what the women have gone through. Okay, these women are unsung heroes. These women are unsung heroes. Now, they've gone through a lot, which is called which makes us remember and recalls their exploitations on the fields, both physically and psychologically. Yes, both physically and psychologically. Obviously, for him trying to sing out the praises of these women, it has made it a dirge. It has made it a dirge. So the poem itself now is a dirge with these things, because it is a sad and mournful song. It is a sad and mournful song. That they could cope, although they depict that they could cope with their pain and collective anguish, their anguish and collective pain. If you see this is extracted out from the poem, their anguish and their collective pain. Okay, hello guys, do we all get it to that point? Do we get it to that point?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good, good, thank you so much. So Sassy's poem is also filled with regret and tone of lament, and this is also portraying, these are the characteristics of a dead poem. These are the characteristics of a death poem. He regrets and laments not only the death of the women's song, the treatment of the women while alive, and the gradual death of the surviving tones of their song. Now, we all know what happens. Like, people are not valued while they are alive, because if they are regarded as unsung heroes, they were not valued. They were people that were not reckoned with. They were people that were not reckoned with while they were alive. Now imagine the way it is. Just put yourself in a physical circumstances where women will be heroes, they will have done great things, but they will not be seen. They will not be obvious. People will not look at it. It's until they are dead before they are brought to reference, before people start referencing them. And of what good is that? When I was alive, you didn't reference me, you didn't sing about my praises, you didn't tell me how I did, maybe I was doing fine or not. But it's until I died before you are not able to reckon with my deeds. This was what Sassy was trying to bring about writing this poem. While the poetic personnel, the poet, describes the song of the women of his land as a dirge at the end of the poem, meaning that their lives were sorrowful since The song is about their lives. Now, he is also a composer of dead as far as this poem is concerned. So this is what is expected of you to have written down in that question. Okay, are we clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's good. Now, for Abibat, you said you summarized chapter 12, right?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Now, can you give me a breakdown of what happened in chapter 12?
I'm coming.
Ah, are you not ready for this class?
I'm coming.
Okay, let me have you. We have limited time.
Yes, sir, I'm coming.
Okay,
I'm coming. No.
let me have you. Prudent,
Okay, I'm coming.
Prudent.
Sir.
What chapter did you read?
Sir.
What chapter are you? What chapter are you?
16, 16.
Chapter 16. Okay, that's good. That's good. Olamide, what chapter are you? Olamide, what chapter are you? Olamide, can you hear me? Olamide, I guess there's something wrong with Olamide's network. But hopefully she should see this. It should be as a reference point to her, even if something is wrong with her network. Abibat, we don't have time
Sir,
for this. Now, start up.
we don't.
Abibat,
Sir,
okay. What did you read about chapter 12? How can you summarize it?
okay. Um, after the narrator came out of the subway, like after I went from
After he left the plant, right? The
yes, sir.
hospital and all, while he's wandering.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he leaves the subway. What happened on the subway?
Yes. Mm.
What happened on the subway?
I'm, so I'm coming. Trying to remember.
Abibat, you should be prepared for this class.
Sir,
What are you remembering again?
yes.
Okay, so what happened on the subway?
Mm.
Abibat, what happened on the subway?
So I'm coming.
Okay, now just because of our time, so we don't get to waste more time. The narrator collapses on the street. Okay, after he leaves, while he leaves the subway, immediately collapsed, and several people helped him and carried him to a home of a kind woman. Now, who is this kind woman? Prudent.
Miram, Mirambo.
Okay, also known as Mary. Which city was
No, she
this?
she carried him himself. Oh, she carried him with Ralston.
Yeah.
She carried the narrator herself with
Yes.
Ralston.
Yes. Which city was this?
Harlem.
In the city of Harlem. And what question was posed to the narrator when he regained consciousness?
I don't understand.
What question was asked from the narrator when he regained consciousness,
Okay, she asked him where he was from and where he lived.
and why he came to New York City from the
Why
south?
he came to
New York,
Harlem.
yeah. And what was his answer, Abibat? Since you read this
Um,
chapter,
yes.
so what was his answer? You are aware he asked this question.
Yeah.
She asked this question rather. So what was his
Yes.
answer? What was his answer? Olamide, can you hear me? Is your network good enough now? Olamide, Olamide network is very bad. What was his answer, Abibat?
Um, so friend, what's the question again?
I said he was asked questions from Mary to the narrator, and
Yes, sir.
he was asked that where was he from and what did he come and do. in Harlem in New York City. So what answer did the narrator provide?
Mm.
Now he wanted to be an educator, and evidently what a normal woman would do, somebody that has more experience in a particular vicinity, than they want to acquaint you with the vicinity at which you just came in newly, right? So Mary tried her best and trying to convince him that this society has loads of corrupting influence. She too came from the south and says, okay, now there's a quote here and says, I'm in New York, but New York aren't in me. Now, prudent,
Sir?
do you understand this quote? I'm in New York,
Yes.
but New York aren't in me. Shed more light on.
She's when she made that quote, she was trying to encourage the narrator that he should not forget his roots.
Okay,
That most people in the south now, that is in Harlem, they are forgetting everything that they have been through and how they have been treated in the north, because people in the south were more friendly with the blacks. So she was encouraging him not to forget his roots, because it was people like him who knew what their roots were that could make a change, the black race.
that's excellent. That shows you really read this book and you read it to your understanding. Now, Abibat, did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that quote is just trying to caption everything about the new society, the new community at which the narrator found himself. Okay, where New York aren't in me, despite the fact, okay, I'm in Lagos, I'm in Lagos, but because I'm in Lagos, that doesn't make me a Lagosian. Okay, I'm in Lagos. That does not mean because they do this in Lagos, I should also do that. New York aren't in me. Okay, so this is just what she was trying to explain to the narrator. That regardless of the fact that they are in New York, there are so many influences that might want to influence you in New York, but don't forget your root, don't forget the black root, don't forget why you came to New York, don't forget what you came to do in Harlem. Are we clear, everyone? So the narrator intended, when he was fine, he wanted to leave, but Mary had to tell him that, okay, there's something you can always, if in case you need anything, in case you need an apartment, you can, Mary's apartment is beside men's house. Hello everyone, Mary's apartment is beside men's house. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it was she just added to him that, okay, if you are coming to, if you need accommodation, if you need an apartment, you can still come and get a room at my place. Okay, because of we are from the same southern part, I'll give you that at a fair rate, that is at a reduced price. Okay. The narrator's white overall, what is it signifying?
His
Abibat.
white.
He was wearing a white overall, which made the other blacks to be just staring at him with all this kind of, I'm going to kill you, who is this man, who is this man. He was wearing a white overall.
Is in chapter 12?
Yes, yes,
Okay, when he came from the hospital.
yes, it was with a white overall. Okay, okay, now this white overall is signifying is the blacks mistook this white overall for his obeisance to the white, because they believe for him to be wearing an overall like this, is somebody that should have a connection, is somebody that should have a connection with the white. That's why he can wear this white overall. And people were just looking at him with scornful eyes. They were just surprised that, who is this one? But he was also surprised that, why would people not take off this racial segregation off their head? Why would they not take this away? That it's been long that we had this civil war and all, and this black race. The narrator never believed in hatred of the white and black. Right? He's not somebody that sees it as something peculiar, just like other black that takes it like a big deal. He's not someone like that. So while working out, there was an incident that happened. There was an incident that happened. Um, Abibat, Abibat, Abibat.
Sir,
Okay, what happened when he left Mary's house?
um,
What happened when he left Mary's house? There was a spectacular thing
something.
that happened. At least we can categorize chapter 12 evolving around that. What happened? Abiba, don't waste our time now. You know we have limited time. Prudence, what happened?
Okay, when he left Mary's house, he wanted to go back to Men's house, but when he got there, his view of the place changed immediately because of his experience at
Yes, sir.
at the factory hospital.
Yes.
He started seeing it as a place where blacks were disillusioned to make something of themselves while they're in cahoots with people like Bledsoe and
Okay.
Whites. So when he heard the laughter coming from the elevator, because he was angry, he just went there. He was thinking it was Bledsoe. Then he poured a bucket of pieces on the person's head. Then he ran out. But when he came back to the car, he realized that he was banished from men's house for 9 years and a day.
Yeah, that's good, Prudence. Okay. Abibat, did you get that?
Sir,
Did you
yes,
get
sir,
what Prudence said?
yes, sir.
So he mistook somebody for Dr. Blesso. Dr. Blesso, unknown that this person was a prominent Baptist preacher. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So these are spectacular happenings that happened in chapter 12. Also, the narrator begins to feel the desire. Okay, he went back to Mary to get a room. Not allow me to jump that place. He went back to Mary to get a room. And Mary, looking at him as an African man and as a black man, and you know this several notion. You know everywhere he has been getting to, he has always been made a leader, a leader. And Mary also uttered this statement that um the narrator that she has a high expectation in him that he should take up a leadership role in the black community. Yet she never criticizes him when he fails to do so or when he cannot pay for food or rent. The narrator begins to feel the desire for activism. Okay, when you're an activist, okay, the narrator began to feel that desire to become an activist within himself. He urged to give speech returns as winter settled over in New York. Have you read chapter 13?
Yes.
Okay, now let's move on to chapter 13. Let's move on to chapter 13. So there was a cogent happening that happened in chapter 13, but before that, he was strolling in the neighborhood and met someone. Abibat,
Sir,
well, what did he see on the street?
I've not read chapter 13.
You've not read chapter 13 after, and I gave you assignment, read chapter 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, and Prudent, what did he see?
He saw a man selling baked yam.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, Olamide also got that. Olamide got that. He saw a man selling baked yam. And what memory did this bring to him? What memory did this bring to
Um,
him, everyone?
the north, his family. He started feeling nostalgic.
Yeah, it was nostalgic. Nostalgia. When you are nostalgic, or the act of being nostalgic or nostalgia, okay, he was longing for home. Yes, Olamide also got it. Yes, Olamide, okay, thank you. I guess that's another alternative for your network. Since we can't hear what you are saying, but at least you can also type and communicate to us. Okay, he was being nostalgic. He was longing for home. He was longing for home. When he saw this great jam, his memory just flashed back to him at home, and this was their usual culture. These were things they eat, they are which they enjoyed. Okay, everyone. So when you are nostalgic for something, that is, you are longing for it. You are longing for it, you want to go back. Okay, Prudent as a border now on a consistent basis, she's always nostalgic to be at home, isn't it? Okay, now moving on. There was a gathering. There was a gathering where people were shouting, ranting and all. So what was happening there? Prudent?
They were what were they doing? They were evicting an old couple
Okay.
from their apartment.
Okay. They were evicting an old couple from their apartment. So when people gathered, what was the amusement of the narrator looking at the aged couple, the way the white man was evicting them? So what was his reaction?
Yes, he was sad, kind of,
Very sad.
because like they were his people, because they were blacks,
Yes.
the old couple. So
Yeah.
he was relating to them, like what if it was his parents they're doing that kind of thing to, that how would he feel? So he was just sad in general.
Yes. He was sad, and what was the solution that came to his mind? Being that as his Mary has motivated him. Mary has encouraged him to take up the leadership position. There were other blacks gathered around that vicinity. There were other blacks gathered at that scene. But it was only the narrator that could pick up the role of a leader, that no, this must not happen to a fellow black old couples. Okay? Prudent, what was the solution?
So
What was the solution that the narrator provided at that scene?
he moved them to action, because the couple went to beg the people that were evicting them that they
Yes, they
just
were
wanted to
begging.
pray for a while in their house. Yeah. So when they did not agree, then the narrator, okay, at first the people wanted to like attack the people who are evicting them, the blacks that were watching. They wanted to attack them, but the narrator was now moving them to action, that if they if they attack, then it will be their loss, because they are blacks and they can pin things on them and they'll be taken to prison. Then he started moving them to action, telling them that they should carry back all the things that were outside back into their house, and they arranged everything.
That's good. Now, but something spectacular happened. So let me remind you. The narrator gave a speech.
Yeah.
The narrator gave a speech. And this speech triggered triggered the other blacks. This speech triggered other blacks to do the needful, to clamour, to agitate, just as he wanted to be an activist. This speech triggered them. And this speech giving is not a new thing in the life of the narrator. He has always been giving award winning speeches that has always been earning him so many recognitions. Now, what did he do when the police came? Prudent.
When the police came, he
Yes.
escaped. He escaped.
He escaped. Now the narrator successfully escaped. But at that point, when he was feeling that he escaped, there was a quote. There was a quote. There was a quote. Prudent, can you bring up this quote? Somebody tapped him.
Somebody
Tapped him.
tapped him. Okay, yeah, brother Jack.
Yes. So what did he tell him? Can you bring out this quote? You know it's normal for you to, when you are doing literature, you must have several quotes. Okay. So so what did brother Jack say? He told him something.
Um,
Okay, let me help you with that because of our time. That was a masterful bit of persuasion, brother. That was a
thank you.
masterful bit of persuasion, brother. Abibat,
What?
Abibat,
Huh?
are you jotting down? Are you jotting down?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Olamide, are you jotting down?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That was a masterful bit of persuasion, brother. Now, this voice belongs. Brother Jack is also a white man. Who is that? Who is that Muslim speaker? Brother Jack is also a white man, isn't he? Yes, he's a white man, and he takes the narrator to a coffee house, which he tried to sweet talk him into joining a political organization. It was his speech. It was his speech that sold him, that marketed him. The speech that Brother Jack heard and the way people reacted, the way he was able to incite people to do the needful, and the way people respected him, the way he was respected after giving that speech among his black colleagues, among his black race. Okay, so Brother Jack was good that this man will be a good and worthy instrument. Okay, this man will be a good and worthy instrument. So Brother Jack how to talk to him that why will you be giving free speech free of charge? It will be best for you to give a speech and even be paid for giving speech, something that you do willingly before. You have been an activist that you just do out of free will, and somebody is offering you that you should come and do it and be paid for it. Excuse me. That you should come and do it and be paid for it. So what was the narrator's reply?
The narrator's reply
Yes.
that that all he did was move them to action.
Okay. That he was just doing his own, that he just felt the need to do, he was just doing his own, that all he did was just to move them to action. Okay, all he did was to move them to action. Now what did Brother Jack do afterwards? What did Brother Jack do afterwards?
He gave him a card telling him that he wanted him to join the brotherhood.
Oh, so we now understand where the brotherhood started from now. Okay, everyone, we get the start of the brotherhood and how we all started from. So he gave him his card, which was comprising of his phone number. That okay, when you are ready, or when you change your mind, because initially the narrator turns him down. So, and just like this white culture, okay, when you are ready to change your mind, or when you change your mind eventually, when you think about it, you can give me a call. He gave him his card, and obviously his phone number will be on the card. Okay, this ended chapter 13. Are we on the same page, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Good. This ended chapter 13. So we are moving on to chapter 14. So the narrator gets back home and thinking about his debt, about everything, about everything he has been eating free of charge from Mary. He has not been paying his rent. So he had to think just as normal black man would think, just as normal human being would think. You think you are just looking at, I have so many bills to pay for, and I've not gotten a job, and I'm being offered a job, and everything I could just say now, I turned the man down, and at least he gave me another opportunity. So he was trying to justify himself to change his mind and take that job. Okay, and what did he do next, Prudent?
He went back to him now. He went back
Okay,
to
to Brother Jack,
Brother
right?
Jack. But Brother Jack was not surprised.
Okay, because Brother Jack already knows the bargain. Okay, and what happened? Something was sent from the factory he ran out weeks earlier. What was sent from the factory he ran away from weeks earlier? Prudent.
Something was what?
Sent from the factory the narrator was working weeks earlier. What was that?
Okay, he was compensated.
Okay,
Mhm.
so a check was sent to him. He was compensated for his compensation for all his work.
Because of their policy of humanitarian enlightenment.
Yes, normal thing on human resource. You have hear people working as human resource manager, like human relationship. That's just their policy, and they have to fulfill their policies. Okay, so I don't want to go deep into this chapter 14, and we won't be able to round it off, we won't be able to finish. So because checking my time, we have just few minutes left. Okay, everyone. So let me pause here. We know that at chapter 14 we stopped at him collecting a check, a compensation check, and him calling off Jack. And Jack agrees. Listen up. And Jack agrees to meet him up at where, which avenue did Jack the address that was given to him. Which address was that?
Mm, Chris something, I've forgotten.
Okay, Lenox Avenue. The Lenox is spelled as Abiba. The Lenox is spelled as Lenox Avenue. Lenox Avenue. That was where Jack agreed to meet him. That okay, come and meet me at so so place. Okay, so let me just stop it there, and please remind me that that's where we stop. We are not able to move into this analysis, and that's as usual. 40 minutes is not enough for us. But let me just ask you any question, anyone.
No.
Any question on chapter 12, on chapter 13, and on a little bit of chapter 14 we've just entered into? Any question?
I have a question.
Prudence, okay.
If we ask about the tragic flaw of the narrator, can we say that he's submissive or he's inferior to the whites?
Tragic flaw. I don't expect any question like that should be asked, but in case if such question is asked, now the tragic flaw here, the narrator gets haunted by the words of his grandfather. He gets haunted by the words of his grandfather, and he's always too loyal to the whites. When you read through the brotherhood, when you read through the happenings of the brotherhood, you see the way he was always displaying. And just because he believes he's not always realistic. The narrator is not always realistic. He's always on this paper thing that what is being told. He's not always set in reality that there's a segregation, that there's a racial discrimination amidst the American black, the Negroes, and the whites. Okay, his over submissiveness is always causing a problem for him. It caused a problem for him also in the brotherhood. So when you get to chapter 20, no, chapter 18 or 20 or so, we will see the way he had to leave the brotherhood. Okay, so when you finish this book, his major flaw, he was too loyal to the whites. He was too loyal. He was always believing anything the whites tells him. Okay, Abibat, Olamide, did you guys get that?
Yes, sir.
Good. So if we are talking about tragic flaw, that was his major issue. He was too loyal to the whites, so he was over submissive. Okay, prudent. Prudent. Are you clear with that question?
Yes, sir.
Good. So any other question, please, before we call it a day? Any other question before we call it a day?
Yes, Mr. President, all those things they said, the eviction of the old couple, all those Ethiopian plans, all of that. Do we need to know them?
For reference, you can just put them all together as one, that their belongings. Okay, the major happenings that is of concern to us in that place is that the narrator got there and his speech was able to cite inside the other. Jeez.